Hello everyone, how are we all? Welcome back to my channel and to a very exciting video. I am on Oxford Street in central London and I feel like this has been a video that has been highly anticipated and long overdue. I'm heading to Ikea on Oxford Street. Now this I feel like is an important video because, well, for two reasons. They've been teasing the opening of this store for so long now. And it's literally slap bang in the heart of Oxford Street. You come out of Oxford Circus tube station and it's right there. I also used to work in this very store when I first moved to London. This is 214 Oxford Street and it is like the flagship store for Oxford Street. So obviously it used to be Topshop, Topman, and I used to work here for about 8 months back in 2017. So many years ago now. And it's now an Ikea. It's the Ikea City store. So it's not going to be a full huge store where there's got like all of the furniture and everything. It's going to be more of a condensed version, so I've heard. But I've heard mixed reviews. It's been open for just over a week now. I was supposed to come for the grand opening, but I actually wasn't in London. So I said, look, I'm going to come down on my own accord, have a look around and give you my full honest opinion. Now the idea of this Ikea store is that you can pop in and grab your small little bits. Anything bigger that you need, you're probably going to need to get a delivery. As you can hear, they've got the tube right opposite, so getting a Billy bookcase on the tube might be difficult, but I have heard they do have some furniture in store. So they've also got a restaurant. They've got everything going in here, so I think without further ado, we need to head in and have a look and see what it's going to be like in the Ikea City store in Oxford Circus in central London. Welcome to the chaos. Okay, here we go. We're going to head on in. It's very busy already, and I mean, it's 11 AM in the morning, so let's see what we've got going on. Let's have a look at the opening hours. So 10 till 8 midweek, Saturday as well till 8, and then Sundays 12 till 6. So those are typical Westminster operating hours. And then the deli's the same time as well. Right, let's go on in. Okay, so it says, hey, welcome to Ikea Oxford Street. Discover 3 floors of home furnishing dreams and solutions in the heart of London. That's quite cool. A little inflatable balloon blue Ikea bag, the iconic Ikea bag. They've got a nice little welcome set up here as well. So this is going to be a glimpse into what you're going to see in store. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of this looks new as well. I love that chair at the back, that's very nice. This is so strange. So when you used to come into the store before, there used to be escalators that would take you up to Topman, and then there'd be escalators that take you down to Topshop. So this is very weird. They've fully reconfigured the interior. I immediately love that they've got a screen here, so if you are searching for something specific and you're short on time, you can quickly just have a look, type in what you're looking for, and head there straight away. So if you're in a rush, maybe you finish work and you grab a couple of bits, this is very handy to have that here. Love how spacious it feels. This is quite weird for me, guys. I'm not going to lie, like this wall used to be, if you're a regular Topshop, Topman shopper back in the day, they used to call it the boyfriend bench, so all of the boyfriends and partners would be waiting while everyone shopped and they'd come and grab them at the end because they didn't want to wander around, but obviously now it's fully Ikea. So let's have a look. This is great. I mean, some of the most like iconic bits and the classic Ikea pieces like pillowcases, you know, they're all here, little storage boxes. So it's very handy in the way that they've laid it out. Even the stools as well. You know, if you live in central London, you're going to be short on dining space. If you need to grab an emergency stool for a dinner party, that's good. This is very nice. So they've got the Union Jack and Swedish flags all along the escalators. So you literally head straight down. So this is ground floor. You've got -1 and -2. Here we go. So this is the layout. So -2 is Market Hall. And you've got self-service furniture area. And then -1 is the showroom. Swedish deli, customer service, ground floor. This is where we are right now. So again, if you remember Topshop, Topshop used to have 3 floors going up. So I don't know what they've got going on above, but they clearly haven't acquired that space. So they're just working with what they've got on the ground floor. And we used to call it sub-basement 1, sub-basement 2. So we're going to go -1, -2. They've got some chair options. Again, I feel like they're really honing in on the fact that you might need an emergency chair if you've got some extra guests coming around. But yeah, these are £50 per chair and they're pretty nice, to be fair. They look quite minimal. These are the Le Sabo design. Very nice. And they have the tables and coffee tables to match. These are quite nice too. I think that's a really good value for £80. That's brilliant. It feels very sturdy as well. They do have lifts as well, so if you're coming and you've got kids, you've got pushchairs, wheelchairs, it's fully accessible to all 3 floors, so that is brilliant and very good that they've done that. They've got the iconic Ikea blue clock here, which is very cool. It's ginormous, and then this is a receipt to mimic what you get, and there we are. That's why I call it 214, because it was 214 Oxford Street. It's a very iconic shop destination, and now it's housing Ikea. Got some really nice pans here actually, carbon steel pans for £29. That's pretty good going. They feel really heavy and good quality as well. I love cooking with cast iron. Okay, so we're following the sign. It says start shopping. They've got a huge screen that's very teasing of all of the delicious food. We've got a taste of Sweden. So let's go on down. We've got a nice little seating area over there. Coffee shop and deli is right in front. And then you follow the yellow arrows straight into store. So you can go showroom or you can go restaurant. I was hoping that they'd focus really hard on the restaurant here, because obviously eating in central London is known for being very expensive, and having the Ikea deli right behind you, obviously everyone knows Ikea food is, well, I think it's delicious and it's really affordable as well. And if you've got your Ikea family card, you can obviously get discounts on your food as well. So if you're working in the area and you haven't got a desk space, you can come grab a coffee, grab a little pastry, or eat in the deli with your laptop. So I feel like that's really good. So I'm going to have a look around there afterwards, but I want to have a look in the showroom first because that's what I'm here for. So obviously the showrooms are slightly smaller in size, but I think that's very relevant for obviously London living. And I find it really useful how they have the price breakdown, so you can obviously do it monthly, or you can buy the entire space for £490, which I think is very good if you are really on a budget. Maybe you've just moved to London and you want to just get some furniture in really quick. It's fab. Let's have a look through here. So obviously they've got all of the little pieces as well that you can take home. Cushion covers, decor pieces, picture frames. This is really nice. Again, a really generous setup too. You know, retail space is quite limited when you're this far in central London, so they've done really well with what they can here. I always feel like the way they dress the beds in Ikea is just so nice. And here we go. So they're very much focusing on small spaces. So it says this bedroom is 18 meters squared, which actually isn't a small bedroom at all, but obviously with the space and what they've done with it, it's brilliant. And they've obviously focused on the slightly smaller sofas as well. So they've got the sofa bed here, which is really, really good. I think that's a sofa bed. Actually, no, it's a 3-seater sofa, £600. And you know, it's fairly cushioned and nice. It's got the smaller 2-seaters up there as well. You know, for £499 for a sofa, that's pretty good going. So this is one of their new sofas. So this is the 2-seater Stockholm 2025, so it must have just come out this year. £899, so slightly more expensive, but it does look very, very comfy. Let's do the squidge test. Oh yeah, that's good. I know Ewan swears about Ikea sofas, and of course you can get all of the different covers as well, so you can pick your cover and your texture and your style, and then you can see if it's applicable to the sofa that you've chosen. But they've got all of the different swatches here. So it's really nice to be able to come into store and have a feel of them, see what the texture's like, see what the colour's like in person, and then obviously you probably would order it online to be delivered, because I think getting a sofa home from Oxford Street is going to be fairly tricky. That one's quite nice. I love that houndstooth. That's fab. I think this is a really nice touch, actually. I also forgot to mention there was a sign upstairs that said they have 12,000 products in store, so it's by no means a small amount. Like, they've got a lot going on. Here we go. Here's another small space idea. So it's the ultimate crash pad. Make room for friends to sleep over. So a 1-seater sofa, £250. And then you've got the 350, so together you can make a fairly decent L-shaped sofa. They've got some nice ones over here as well. I love that one. That's such like a classic Ikea design. That's the hill trap one. Looks so lovely. It's very like country cottage vibes. We've got different styled and themed spaces, which I think is really cool. So this is curated by Curiosity. So this is a very eclectic design, and it's a really nice way to showcase some of Ikea's most like iconic pieces. Like these little clip-on lamps are fab. For £25 is a real like mismatch, but it works really, really well. So you've got like the vibrant yellow armchair, which is again very classic of Ikea. But lots of tech here as well. So you've got air purifiers and speakers as well. So a really nice way to make your home feel techy for not too much of a crazy price. I mean, that's an air purifier built into a table. That's genius. Now they do have some kitchens in store as well, which is really nice. Not a massive selection, but obviously still nice that they've got them included, that you can have a look and see if there's anything that you like. You can have a little pull out and see all of the hinges, and obviously you can look online as well. I really like that glass actually. They've got them in lots of different colours. They've got them in green, black, pink. I like the burnt orange, that's lovely. It's great. I mean, London has so much to do for free. You know, you've got museums, you've got parks, you've got galleries, but obviously being in this part of London, it's synonymous with shopping. Now, kids don't really love shopping, unless they're shopping for themselves. Some kids do, but this would be a great place to bring them. You just want to have a look around, do something for free, Like, I know kids love Ikea. It's slap bang in the heart of central London, so it's a great thing to have if you need it. I actually really enjoy this little open shelf, and I've never seen this before. This is the Hemnes. I think that looks really, really nice. It's very country, cottagey, but I think that's lovely. I also very much enjoy this too. This is £2.99 and you could definitely paint that. But I love that it's got the little drawers underneath as well. That's very useful. Okay, I was entirely wrong. They have Billy bookcases here. That is very unexpected. I didn't think I would see that here, but obviously I don't know if you're going to be able to collect them. Let's have a look. Okay, here we go. So it says this product is only available to order. That's fine, so you can't pick them up in store. I did think that would be the case. But you can still have a look at them and get an idea, and obviously work out measurements if you need to. But yeah, there's going to be no Billy bookcases on the London Underground. Oxford Circus tube station is one of the busiest tube stations in central London, and at peak rush hour it is chaos. There's queues literally outside the station, you can't get in. So getting a bookcase on the tube is going to be a no-go, and it's probably for the best. However, they do have certain things available. So they've got the Catleugh smaller wall unit, so there are some things that you can pick up, and those ones as well, the slightly larger Catleugh too, so not everything is online, which is good. Oh, here we go. Family members get 10% off all Catleugh shelving units. With a lot of people working from home now, it's really nice that Ikea are kind of like prioritising the small spaces and obviously the work from home stations too. So this is £210 and you can get the entire work from home space, which is brilliant. I don't know if that includes the chair. I'm going to go with no, or it might do actually, but yeah, that's pretty good going. Okay, I spoke too soon. They actually have a lot of kitchen spaces. This is a really, really generous size display kitchen. I forget how big this store used to be, honestly. It's kind of like thrown me off a little bit, but yeah, this is a very generous setup. In fact, this is very comparable to the larger Ikea stores, which is brilliant. All of the shelves are fully stocked as well. I've seen these glasses online, and I'm very tempted to get one. They look lovely. They've got like a green handle as well. They're very similar to ones I already have, but I actually really, really like them. That green cabinet is lovely as well. I love the colour of that. I know it isn't for everyone, but I actually really like stainless steel kitchens. I feel like, I don't know, I just think they're just very, very like industrial but cool. It wouldn't have been like my first choice when we were designing our kitchen, but I actually really like it. I think it works. In the right space, it can work. If you've got like an industrial vibe or exposed brick, I think it can look very cool. Not all stainless steel, but a mix of both would be fun. But then look at this little checkerboard design. Very, very fun. Keep these tiles in mind because they're going to be very similar to what we actually go for in our bathroom. Not like this, but similar. They've also got the wood design here too, which is lovely. We actually did price up IKEA kitchens and we didn't go for it in the end, but I feel like for the price they are very, very good. And obviously the quality is built to last as well. IKEA are very much tapping into trends as well. A lot of people are obviously having bars in their home now as well, and drinks cabinets. So this is a kitchen setup, but they've obviously styled it to be a bar. So I'm going to guess this is going to be a fridge. Yep, there we go. So that's fridge with a freezer integrated. And then obviously you've got pull-outs as well. So you could do a very own home bar space with all of your drinks, and then you've got storage up top as well. You can pop all your bottles in there for £1,173, which is pretty good going if you ask me. I think that's actually inclusive of the fridge too. That's very, very cool. I also really enjoy this kitchen space as well. It's very dark and cosy. Obviously we went for dark units and then a nice quartz countertop, but they've gone fully dark on both. But I quite enjoy this little ribbed glass detail. I think that's fab. Again, things like cutlery dividers are here as well, so you've got like all of your small kitchen things. If you do need them, you can grab them here, like cleaning, storage supplies and things like that are all going to be in the market hall downstairs. So there is actually a fairly decent amount available, but you can obviously pick them up as you shop as well. It's not all downstairs. Again, they've got a nice little selection of all of their fixtures and fittings as well, so I don't think you're going to be able to grab these in store, but obviously being able to use them, touch them, have that tactile feel, it's obviously very, very handy. I'm very glad we actually didn't go for one of these in our kitchen because I've heard they're quite problematic and difficult to fit back in. They do have a kitchen planning area here as well, so if you do want to pop in store and make an appointment, you can design your kitchen in the IKEA in the city. And they've got a nice selection of all of their countertops as well, so you do have the options if you do want to come and have a look. And I think it would be quite a convenient place for people to pop into as well. I love this. This is so London, and this is brilliant. A place fit for a queen. Honestly, go off IKEA. This is fantastic. Obviously the West End, you've got all of the performers in the city as well. It's a lovely touch. I think it's a really nice nod to the home where this new Ikea store is. Got quite a nice selection of beds as well, with all of the bed linens as well. I think the majority of these are going to be available in the market hall downstairs, which is good. That gingham one is lovely. That's really, really nice. I forget how big that this store actually is because I never used to come down, because obviously down was women's and I worked in the men's floor, but I forget it's actually huge. They've also got a click and collect section here too, so you can pre-order online, scan your barcode and then collect it from down here. You can also do your returns as well, which is very good. It's very handy. Right, let's head on down to the market halls. Now, obviously when you enter the market hall, you can get your classics. You've got your candles, your napkins, your plates and bowls. Starting from 75 pence, which is a brilliant price point. And obviously they've got the bags that you can grab and fill up as you need. Now the market hall is straight into the kitchen, which I think is a very good choice in terms of like what they're offering, because I think a lot of people will come here for this, mainly plates, bowls, cutlery, especially as it's got such a good price point. I really think they've upped their game in terms of the price. Is like £15 for a 4-piece. That's got a really beautiful glaze, it's lovely. I feel like these are actually so good. So these are a pack of 3. And you can chop your veggies and scrape them onto the side. So instead of using lots of different bowls, you can just use this, attach it to your chopping board, slide it on, and then you can take it straight to your pan, your hob, without any mess. These plates are very H&M home. They are £8 for 2. Wow, I feel like they look so cool. I love those. Very nice. I've got a lovely selection of cups and mugs as well, the little espresso shot glasses, which are super nice. And then these were the cups that I saw. I really like them. Very cool. They've also got stainless steel milk jugs too for coffee machines. They have all of your wicker storage baskets aplenty. You've got the little small ones here. These are £7, really small and very practical, just to be able to pull out if you've got any like food storage or just like anything really. I think they're really good quality for £7. Not bad at all. We've got the larger ones too for 15, sorry. So they're really good. I think you have to assemble those yourself with the little hooks, but they're very sturdy and robust. Now in the lighting section, there is so much to this store. It's actually insane. It's huge. I know I keep on saying that, but I'm like, honestly, it's really hard to like visualize what this would have been like, you know, 7 or 8 years ago. But obviously all of the clothes racks and stuff, so they've just opened it up entirely, opened up the ceiling as well, so you still feel very spacious, and there's aircon, so it's not too hot in here. And then finally a lovely little selection of fresh plants and vases. Really nice. Obviously these are fairly large, so getting that on the tube might be tricky, but I have done that before from Columbia Road, so it is doable. As long as you get on at a fairly decent time, you can get that home quite easily. And they've also got lots of plants here. So they've got the Catleugh for £9, they've got some aloe veras for £3 and some monsteras for £5. These plant pots are very nice. They remind me of like Murano glass that you get in Italy. That's £9. They've also got these as well, which remind me of the tiles that we have in our kitchen. These are £5. Really, oh no, yeah, they're £5. It's a really good value. It's lovely. Okay, so this is the self-serve furniture area. So anything that you've saw upstairs is going to be here. So they've got some small selection of bedside tables. They've got the Calyx units, some benches, coffee tables, that kind of thing. Not a huge amount, to be fair, but enough that there is some click and collect options available, so that is good. Okay, so that is the market hall downstairs. Fairly small. I don't know what I was expecting, but I mean, to be fair, it's all of you like your essentials and you're not going to have the best selection, but there's still plenty to choose from. So now I'm going to have a look in the little deli and coffee space, because I feel like that is going to be very busy and very popular. I want to check it out. I'm not remotely hungry, but I want to have a look. Okay, so this is the little deli section. So you don't have to eat in here, but you can get all of your food bits if you want. So let's have a look. They've got some potato chips with salt and sour cream and onion ones. These are so addictive, honestly. They are delicious, so good. They've got some traditional Swedish cracker breads here too, and the lingonberry spread that is served with the meatballs. We've got these big chest freezers here as well, so you can pick up all of your things that you want. So you can get the mashed potato, the meatballs. The meatballs are £3.75, the mash is £2.25, which I think is quite expensive, mashed potato. They also have the larger bags of meatballs as well for £7.95, and then all of your accompaniments as well. So you got your lemon sauce, just all of your little Swedish deliciousness. Fried onions. Oh, I've never seen those before. I love fried onions. I didn't know Ikea sold those. They are £1.25. That's a pretty good price, to be fair. You've got mustard, ketchup, and of course the classic meatball gravy. Other things as well, we've got the Dumble, which are classic in Ikea. I always pick up a bag of these. They are so good. They're like chewy and so delicious. We've got a big chest freezer here as well, so we've got more meatballs in here too. Vegetable balls if you want them. Oh my goodness, stop it. I think I've seen dime cake. Oh my goodness, you can get the Ikea dime cake frozen for $3.95. Wow, they've got all the sweet treats in here as well. The cinnamon buns. There's vegetable hot dogs that you normally get at the checkout. There is also self-serve tills down here as well, so you don't have to queue up downstairs. You can get your food bits if that's all you've come in for. Okay, so this is the lunch menu, and they've got fish and chips, salmon fillet, meatballs, and plant meatballs, and it's the same price as the regular Ikea stores. So that's good. They haven't put any more on the price for central London, and it's very busy. I feel like that is one thing they've missed a trick on. I wish they made the eating area bigger because it is so busy. It's literally 12:30 on a Saturday, so it is a weekend. It's gonna be the busiest time for people to come here, but it is packed. Let me show you. So this is where you come to queues. You join the queue here. There's the Swedish deli on that side, and then it is literally absolutely chocker with people all the way around. This is the seating area here. There is additional seating. So they've got soft serve ice cream machines here. You can get vegan soft serve or regular dairy. They've also got all of the coffee machines here too. So you can place your cup underneath and you're good to go. But yeah, it is very busy. So this is where you collect your orders from. They've got the sweet treats down there as well. And then this is where you place your order on the little kiosk touchscreens over there. They've got lots of deliciousness going on. They've got the apple pies, carrot cakes, cheesecakes, the classic dime cake there, salads and salmon. And then your classic muffins, donuts, and regular sugar donuts as well. So they've got a nice little option. Okay, so I've just seen that you can click and collect your food. So if the queues are busy, you can scan on the QR code and order ahead. So basically there's little touchscreen systems that you can place an order on when you're queuing, and then you go and collect it. So it's not like the standard Ikea where you walk, tell them what you want, you pre-order it with your ticket, and then you help yourself and then try and get a seat. But there isn't a lot of seating, so I feel like they've really struggled there in terms of what they can actually allow people to eat in. So a lot of the people might take away. And they've got an additional play area for kids over here as well, and some additional seating. But aside from that, it is very limited. So yeah, it's an additional restaurant seating area. This is reserved for customers only. So there's no place to actually work in here, which again I think is a massive thing that they've missed out on. I thought it would be really good if you could bring your laptop, grab a coffee. I guess you could midweek, but on a weekend that's just not going to be an option. Okay, I'm heading back on up to the ground floor where we came in. So on the way out, they've actually got some cool little Ikea merch as well. So you've got t-shirts, hoodies, cups, water bottles, hats, if that's your thing, bags. Very cool. And the little mini Ikea keyring that looks like a blue bag. Okay, all in all, I feel like that was a very interesting Ikea. It's definitely not going to be your one-stop shop like a regular large Ikea would be, but it's got a place. And I mean, it's literally in the heart of Oxford Street. Like you come out and you've got Whitney Houston playing, you've got the red buses, you've got the black cabs. It's everything that you would classically associate with this store, just not as big. So all in all, I'm impressed. I think the restaurant definitely could be bigger, and I feel like it could have been a little bit more well stocked, but aside from that, they've worked with the space they've got. I'm just very intrigued to know what's upstairs, because maybe they just didn't acquire the whole space, because this used to be the main entrance, but you could go up all of the floors. So that was old Topman Topshop retail space. So maybe they've just bought the downstairs. So maybe something might be coming upstairs at that entry there. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. Space NK in this part. So this used to be additional Topman Topshop space as well. So maybe Space NK will actually be going upstairs too. Who knows? All in all, I am very impressed, and I feel like it's going to be super handy to have this in central London. If you need to pick up something, definitely do come and have a visit and let me know what you think. If you can do midweek, I would thoroughly recommend you do, because on the weekend it was very busy. But other than that, I actually really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed having a little look around London's newest Ikea. It's been an absolute treat to have a look around myself. So thank you so much. Lots of love to you all. Take care, and I'll catch you all very soon in a future video. Bye for now.